Hello, everybody. I'm here to continue my reflection on Joseph's story. The reason why I wrote my poem, Dreaming Joseph, and you are probably bored by hearing that Dreaming Joseph won a recording contract award with the International Society of Poets. Why not? If you got a trumpet, why don't you blow it? Okay, so we come back to Joseph's story. We got to the place where Joseph is in prison for something he did not do. And yesterday I asked you, do you know of, have you read about somebody who went to prison for something they didn't do? And there are so many. And criminal justice system, I don't think it was working in those days. You were thrown into prison at the leisure of the Pharaoh. So the only person who could get you out of prison would be the Pharaoh himself. And Joseph didn't know the Pharaoh. I don't think Joseph had come anywhere near Pharaoh's court. Pharaoh was revered. He was like a god, and therefore not everybody would be allowed in his presence. So as far as humanly speaking was concerned, there was no way Joseph was going to come out of prison. And so, Joseph did something. He made a place like home. He worked hard, as usual. He did everything he was told to do. And Joseph was promoted in prison to be in charge of the prisoners. And as I suggested that he would have been very friendly, Joseph was. So anybody who had problems in the prison would go and speak to Joseph. I do not know how he managed to maintain that amazing personality even in prison. And what this reminds me of, I'm going to divert again. I'm going to digress. I'm going to digress again today. When I was in school, I learned a poem. And the poem was actually in a song. I'm not going to sing, don't worry. I'm not going to sing. What I'm going to do is to tell you the poem. It goes like this. Do not wait until some deed of greatness you may do. Do not wait to shed your light afar. Do the many duties ever near you now. Be true. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Someone far from harbor you may guide across the bar. Brighten the corner where you are. And I need to research for the person who wrote this poem. And so the way Joseph conducted himself reminds me of this poem because he seemed to brighten every corner where he was. He brightened the corner in his own home. He had a Technicolor dream coat, but that was not what brightened the corner. When he was sold as a slave into Potiphar's house, he brightened the corner there so much so that he was made in charge of all the servants. And even Mrs. Potiphar wanted him to brighten her corner, which he refused to do. And now he's been cast into prison. For God knows how long he was going to be there. But even in prison, he brightened the corner where he was. And so there are so many lessons we can learn from Joseph. And I continuously say, I love the story of Joseph because all humanity is there. Everything that is happening to people, to us, in this age, 5,000 years on, is the same things that happened. So Joseph is in prison, and he continued to work as hard as he could, and the prison officers recognized that there was something very special about this young man. Let's keep listening Let's hear what happens. Let's see if Joseph ever comes out of prison and why he comes out of prison and why 5,000 years on, I wanted to interview him. Thank you.